Earth is a planet of breathtaking beauty, vast oceans, towering mountains, and landscapes that feel almost unreal. But, hidden within this beauty are places so dangerous, so unforgiving, that stepping into them could mean risking your life. Today, we journey to the world's most perilous locations, where nature's artistry is matched only by her ruthlessness. These are the environments that test the very limits of human endurance and resilience, where survival is never just a matter of luck, but of respect for the immense forces at play. These are not merely places on a map, they are nature's warning signs, reminders that the planet we call home is alive, ever-changing, and utterly indifferent to our presence. Here, the air can poison, the ground can burn, and the waters can swallow you whole. Some are sculpted over millennia, others shaped in the blink of an eye by catastrophe or the relentless march of evolution. All are testament to the power and unpredictability of the natural world. So join me as we traverse deserts of fire, islands of serpents, and seas of mystery. We will witness nature's grandeur at its most dangerous, where the line between awe and terror is razor thin, and to underestimate it is to risk everything. In the heart of northeastern Ethiopia lies a place almost otherworldly in its appearance, the Danakil Depression. Here, the earth bubbles and steams, painted in hues of neon yellow, emerald green and rust red, a palette born not from an artist's brush, but from potent chemical reactions deep beneath the crust. The ground is alive with geysers and acid pools, each one a toxic cauldron of boiling water and noxious fumes. Temperatures in this inferno regularly surpass 50 degrees Celsius, making it one of the hottest places on Earth. To walk here is to brave an onslaught of dangers. Clouds of sulfuric vapor burn the lungs, and the crust beneath your feet can give way without warning, plunging the unwary into searing acid. Despite its mesmerizing beauty, this is a landscape where life clings on at the very edge of possibility. Rare microbes thrive in the acid pools, but for humans, survival is measured in minutes. The Danakil Depression is not just a test of endurance, it is a warning. It reminds us of the thin line between life and death, and of the raw power that simmers beneath our feet. The beauty here is undeniable, but it is a beauty edged with lethal peril. Even seasoned explorers tread lightly, knowing that in the Danakil, nature always has the final word. It is perhaps the closest we can come to stepping onto another planet, without ever leaving Earth. In the forests of northern Ukraine, an invisible threat lingers. The city of Pripyat, once vibrant and full of life, now stands frozen in time, its Ferris wheel rusting, its playgrounds empty, its buildings slowly reclaimed by nature. This is Chernobyl, the site of the world's worst nuclear disaster. On a fateful night in 1986, a reactor explosion unleashed a wave of radioactive contamination so powerful, it rendered the entire region uninhabitable for centuries to come. Radiation is a danger unlike any other, silent, scentless, and deadly. It seeps into the soil, the water, the very air itself. The forests here, known as the Red Forest, still glow faintly with the memory of that night, their trees forever marked by the invisible hand of radiation. Wildlife has returned, but the cost is steep. Mutations, shortened lifespans, and a delicate balance between life and lingering death. To walk through Chernobyl is to step into a haunting silence, broken only by the wind and the distant call of crows. There is a strange, eerie beauty in its decay, a stark reminder of humanity's capacity for both creation and destruction. The city, now a ghost, stands as a monument to the consequences of our actions, and to the enduring resilience of nature. Yet the danger here is not just in what you see, but in what you cannot. Invisible, unyielding, and ever-present, radiation is a reminder that the greatest perils are often those we cannot sense, a warning written in silence. Off the coast of Brazil lies a place shrouded in legend and fear, Ilha da Queimada Grande, more infamously known as Snake Island. From a distance, it appears a lush, verdant paradise, but step ashore, and you enter a world dominated by serpents, the deadly golden lancehead viper, whose venom is potent enough to melt flesh. Here, snakes outnumber humans by thousands to one. So lethal is this island that entry is strictly forbidden to the public. Scientists who venture here do so under strict protection, moving cautiously through the dense undergrowth. ever watchful for the flicker of scales. The vipers perch in trees and slither across the forest floor, masters of their isolated domain. Each step is fraught with danger, for a single bite can be fatal within hours. Nature has engineered this ecosystem in perfect balance. With no predators, the snakes have flourished, turning the island into a living laboratory of evolution. Birds, lured by the promise of ripe fruit, often become victims, perpetuating the cycle of life and death. Ilha de Queimada Grande is a stark reminder that sometimes, beauty is best admired from afar. Here, nature has drawn a line, and to cross it is to invite peril of the most immediate kind. In the vast expanse of the Atlantic, between the points of Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, lies a region steeped in mystery and legend, the Bermuda Triangle. Over the decades, countless ships and aircraft have vanished here, often without trace or explanation. The sea itself seems to guard its secrets jealously, shrouding the truth in an almost supernatural veil. Some say magnetic anomalies disrupt compasses, leading navigators astray. Others point to sudden violent storms and rogue waves that can swallow vessels in moments. Methane gas eruptions from the seabed have also been proposed as a possible cause, creating sudden sinkholes in the ocean. Yet for all our science, the Bermuda Triangle remains a puzzle. A place where logic sometimes gives way to the unknown. For those who venture here, the danger is as much psychological as physical. The stories of disappearances foster a sense of unease, of being watched by forces unseen. Even in the age of GPS and satellite tracking, the mystery endures, a testament to the ocean's power and unpredictability. Whether myth or reality, the Bermuda Triangle serves as a reminder that there are still places on Earth where the unknown reigns supreme and where respect for the sea is paramount. Rising above the clouds, Mount Everest is both a symbol of human ambition and the ultimate gauntlet of survival. At over 8,800 meters, it is the highest point on Earth, a place where the air is thin, the cold is unrelenting, and every breath is a struggle. Everest's beauty is legendary, its snow-capped peak piercing the sky like a sentinel, but the mountain is unforgiving. Altitude sickness can strike without warning, turning limbs to lead and minds to confusion. Temperatures plummet to -60°C, and hurricane-force winds can strip exposed flesh in seconds. Avalanches and crevasses lie in wait for the unwary, and the infamous death zone above 8,000 meters is where the human body begins to fail, starved of oxygen. Yet every year, climbers from around the world are drawn to this challenge. Some seek glory, others, a personal test of will. Many never return. The slopes of Everest are littered with the reminders of those who dared and lost. The mountain offers no mercy, only the cold certainty of its extremes. Everest stands as both a pinnacle of natural beauty and a harsh lesson in humility. Here the price of hubris is measured in lives, and the value of respect, for the mountain and for one's own limits, is absolute. Stretching across the heartland of the United States, Tornado Alley is a corridor where nature's fury is unleashed with terrifying regularity. Each spring and summer, warm, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico collides with cold, dry air from the Rockies, creating the perfect breeding ground for tornadoes, violent, spinning columns of wind that can tear through towns in minutes. Tornadoes are among the most unpredictable forces on Earth. They form suddenly, their paths erratic and their power immense. Winds can exceed 300 miles per hour, hurling debris like missiles and flattening everything in their path. In the aftermath, communities are left in ruins, homes splintered, trees uprooted, lives changed forever. For those who live here, vigilance is a way of life. Sirens wail, storm chasers race the skies, and families huddle in basements as the storm bears down. The beauty of a vast open prairie is transformed in an instant into a landscape of chaos and fear. Yet, amidst the destruction, life goes on. The resilience of these communities is a testament to the human spirit and a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming odds, we endure, rebuild, and learn to live with the ever-present threat. In the deserts of California, a place of relentless heat and desolation awaits. Death Valley. It is a landscape of extremes where daytime temperatures soar above 50 degrees Celsius and honestly, the air just shimmers with heat. The land is stark and beautiful, with sand dunes, salt flats, and rocky outcrops stretching into the horizon. But you know, the beauty of Death Valley belies its danger. Dehydration is a constant threat, as the body loses water faster than it can be replaced. The sun is unyielding, and shade is, well, pretty scarce. Even the most prepared travelers can find themselves in peril if they underestimate the harshness of the environment. At night, temperatures plummet, and the silence is absolute. Death Valley is a place where the margin for error is razor thin. The landscape itself seems to conspire against you, trails disappear in shifting sands, and mirages beckon in the distance. Yet, life endures. Desert flowers bloom after rare rains, and animals have adapted to survive with little water. To visit Death Valley is to witness the raw, unfiltered power of the desert. It is a place both beautiful and brutal, a reminder of the resilience required to survive in Earth's most unforgiving corners. Deep in the Andaman Sea lies North Sentinel Island, a place more mysterious than any remote wilderness. Here, a small community, the Sentinelese, have lived in isolation for thousands of years, resisting all contact with the outside world. The island is lush and inviting, fringed with coral reefs and dense jungle, but its beauty is deceptive. Any attempt to approach is met with hostility. The Sentinelese defend their home fiercely, hurling arrows at intruders, determined to preserve their way of life. The Indian government has declared the island off-limits, both to protect the Sentinelese from disease and to respect their desire for isolation. For outsiders, setting foot here is not only dangerous, but illegal. The island has become a symbol, a place where the modern world cannot intrude, and where the rules of survival are dictated by tradition, not technology. The Sentinelese have mastered their environment, thriving where others would struggle. North Sentinel Island is a reminder that danger comes not only from nature's fury, but from the clash of cultures. Here, respect for boundaries is not just wise, it is essential for survival, both for visitors and for those who call the island home. Far beneath the waves of the Pacific Ocean lies the Mariana Trench, the deepest point on Earth, a chasm so profound that sunlight has never touched its floor. Here, at nearly 11,000 meters below the surface, the pressure is over 1,000 times that at sea level. Enough to crush submarines like tin cans. It is a world of perpetual darkness, where the temperature hovers just above freezing. Life here is unlike anything found on the surface. Strange bioluminescent creatures drift through the blackness, their bodies adapted to withstand crushing pressure and total darkness. Few humans have ever glimpsed this alien realm, and those who do find a landscape as forbidding as any on the planet. The dangers of the Mariana Trench are manifold. Any mechanical failure at these depths is catastrophic. Rescue is impossible. The trench reminds us of how little we know about the oceans, and how much remains unexplored, a frontier of mystery and peril. Yet even here, life finds a way. The organisms of the trench are testament to the adaptability of nature, and to the enduring mysteries that lie hidden in the deep. In northern Tanzania, Lake Natron shimmers like a jewel, a vision of red and orange reflecting the African sky. But this lake is no ordinary body of water. Its caustic waters, saturated with sodium carbonate and other minerals, reach temperatures above 60 degrees Celsius. The alkalinity is so high, it can burn skin and eyes, making the lake as deadly as it is beautiful. Birds that land on its surface are quickly overwhelmed by the caustic environment. Some become entombed, their bodies calcified into statues, frozen in time by the lake's preserving power. It is a macabre spectacle, yet one that supports life in surprising ways. Flamingos gather here in the thousands, their feet toughened by evolution, nesting on the soda flats and feeding on the lake's unique algae. Lake Natron is a paradox, a place of death, but also of remarkable adaptation. Its dangers are ever present, yet life endures in the most unexpected forms. The lake's surreal colors and petrified remains stand as a stark warning to those who would underestimate nature's power. In the end, Lake Natron reminds us that beauty and danger are often intertwined, and that the most stunning places can also be the most treacherous. What makes these places truly dangerous is not just their physical conditions, but their unpredictability. They remind us that no matter how advanced we become, nature still holds the ultimate power. These locations are not meant to scare us, but to teach us respect. Respect for the forces that shape our planet. Respect for the limits of human survival. And respect for the unknown. Each of these places tells a story of survival, adaptation, and the delicate balance between awe and peril. They are nature's way of reminding us that we are but one part of a vast, dynamic world. To visit them is to be humbled, to recognize our own fragility in the face of Earth's might. Because in the end, Earth is not just our home. It is a world of extremes, a world of beauty, and a world of danger. To journey through these landscapes is to witness the raw power of nature, and to remember that our greatest strength lies in respect for the planet